everybody. I just finished the voiceover for the last video that I posted, and I thought, I'm here, my mic is out, I don't have to go to work today, so I'm just going to get this one done as well, because if not, I'll probably put it off and I'll never get to it. So this layout, it was a lot of work, but it's not a lot of work. I think mostly it's just my indecisiveness. So if you're one that just puts things down and doesn't give it much thought, can just go, then this will be an easy one for you as well. But for me, I kept playing around with what was going to go where. It's like I had this vision in my head and I was trying to get it out on the paper. And I somewhat accomplished it. Maybe I would have needed more stamped images, maybe, to get what was in my head out on the paper, or much bigger paper. I'm not sure, but I do like how it turned out. Oh, and I was just showing you that I cut that teapot and that teapot from the heads on those two stamp sets. And again, like always, the supplies will be listed in the description box. These are all from Diane's latest release. And yeah, they all, well, those eyes, those are old ones. And I could not find a link for for that stamp set. Not one that I felt safe sharing. So I will list the stamp down below, but there won't be a link because any place I saw, it wasn't a place that I was familiar with, and I don't want to give you a link and it end up being something not great. Like, you know, I only like to leave links for places that I know of, like Joggles, Simon Says Stamp, Ranger, even like Amazon or Etsy or something like that, but not some place that maybe it's a store. I don't know. So just Google it if you really want the stamp set. That's all I do when I'm looking for a link for you guys. Like if it's not Ranger, I just Google. Well, I'll check Ranger and then I'll check Joggles and then I'll check Simon Says Stamp. After that, I just search for it. So if you guys really want that stamp set, then just do a search and see if you can find it. But anyway, I stamped out and cut out so many images, so many. And I did, first when I got these stamps, that's what I did for the first, I think 2 days maybe. Well, I think first I did my tutorial for Ranger because they needed that one like really quick. So I did that, and then once I got that finished, I spent, I think, 2 days, like not 2 full days because, you know, I work and stuff, but I just stamped out a bunch of images, so I had lots to play with. And I actually enjoyed it. I don't usually enjoy stamping. Like, it really usually annoys me. Not as much as cutting them all out. I still detest cutting out stamped images. But funny thing is, actually, I don't even know if it was these or the next set, but I was stamping it out and I was having to like re-ink the stamps like 3 or 4 times to get a nice crisp image. And I didn't think it was my ink pad because it wasn't that long ago that I had, you know, applied more ink. So I added more ink anyway, just to see. Like, I added lots. And what do you know? I only had to ink my stamps wants to get nice dark black images after. And it made me not mind stamping at all. I think I stamped out like 3.5 pages worth of stamps. So now I don't mind doing it. Not at all. So I'm taking my really grungy journaling block here. It's a Dylusions journaling block. I'm using that wavy line to create a border around 3 of the sides. And you'll notice while I was rambling that I took a picture of the pages. That way I knew where I had the stamps placed because I knew they were going to get moved. And I don't trust myself to remember where I had what. So here, when I finish this line, you see I can't line it up properly. Like if I keep it straight, it won't line up. So just turn your journaling block. Make it work for you. See, that's a lot of stamped images. A lot. And the stems are old too. But again, like I said, I'll have it linked down below. So I'm just doing a double line to make it a little more wonky looking. And I don't know what was going on with the camera there, but it went funny. And I'm doing that whole thing I like, you know, black, white, black, white. I just love that look. And again, this is an old stencil. Yeah, I am going with the old one. It is probably among her first. And I just love it so much. Like, I know it may be annoying for me to use stuff that's hard to get a hold of anymore. But, I mean, you guys may have it too. And if you don't, just substitute it for another one. Like she has, I think it's Martha's Mat. I briefly showed it there. I'm not sure if that's what it's called or if it's another one. But, I mean, that's a great circle one. And then she came out with one, it may have been her last set of stencils, where there's alternating rows of circles that are off from each other a bit. And some are, like one line is small and one line is a bit bigger. That would be a great one too. I just tend to like this one because it's kind of wonky. It's not lined up and stuff. And again, for that one, I'm pretty sure that one I couldn't find a link that I was comfortable sharing with either. But I do have it listed down below. So here, when gluing down images, I'm sure you've heard Diane say this many times. Like, just lay out your images and then whatever is underneath, that has to be glued down first. If not, you're going to have to ply up an image that you glued down to get something underneath it. And sometimes that doesn't always work out great. If your glue is super duper sticky and it's been there for a while, then you're going to end up ripping your stamped image or your page. So that's why I like to lay it out first and then glue. And that's why I also like taking a picture so I can look at it and refer to it. I know candy canes is candy and you can eat them all the time, and they're not just Christmas because you can get different colored ones too, but I see candy canes and I can only think Christmas. I don't see them as anything else. It's like Christmas time and that's it. I know, but it's just the way I see it. I mean, it's the only time I see candy canes around, but they are super cute, so I will continue to use them all year long. I like those eyes. They're cool. I don't know if I've used them a whole lot in the past or not. Actually, I think I may have used that on the cover of one of my journals. I did a tutorial for Ranger like years and years and years ago. And I'm not sure if I used that or not. I know I had octopus legs on it. But I can't remember if I used that one. So I'm just trimming off whatever hangs off the bottom of the page. That's what I was doing there off camera a bit. And then it's time for my quote. And I think I've said this in not the last video, but the video before. I haven't really been planning out my quotes, like as in how I'm going to write it, like what style of font. I don't know. I've just been writing it and whatever happens, happens. I don't know if it's lazy or if it's just wanting to get it done fast or keeping it simple. I don't know, but I haven't been planning them out at all. Not sure how I feel about that. So here I'm trying to figure out where I want to place the next word, like how things will line up with the words that I have left that need to go there and how I want it to fit. So I'm writing this word backwards because it was a big word and the other word was small. So I felt like get the big word in first and then I can make the small one fit because it was only 3 letters. And it says, imagination is the only weapon in the war against reality. I also know why I put against first, because I didn't know if I would have enough room for the war or just a war in that space. So I did against, and then I put war in, and it's like, okay, the word the has to go up on the top line. And that is it. So thanks so much for sticking around and watching my video. Bye.